What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. I hope you're all absolutely fine. And today, as usual, we're gonna continue with the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gotta be the 13th part of the first book, so let's get started. And as to the territory you appropriated at the end of your statement, as if by right, declaring that the orator has the ability to express himself with all fullness in every discussion, whatever the subject of the conversation may be. Were we not here in your own domain, I would not have put up with that. I would have dictated the legal formula to many who would contend with you in court for an injunction from the praetor, or who would summon you from court to engage in a struggle for ownership, because you have encroached so recklessly upon the possessions of others. To begin with, all the Pythagoreans would call you into court, and the followers of Democritus and the rest of the natural philosophers would legitimately seek reparation, men who are all distinguished and impressive speakers, and with whom you could not contend successfully. The troops of the orator philosophers, besides, started right with the ultimate source of them all. Socrates would press you hard. You would prove that you have learned nothing about the good in life, about the evil, about the emotions, about human character, about the conduct of life, that you have examined nothing about these things, that you know nothing about them at all. And after this collective attack, the individual schools would bring suit against you. The academy would assail you, and would force you, whatever you had asserted, to deny it again. Certainly our Stoics would hold you ensnared in the nets of their debating and questioning, and the peripatetic philosophers would succeed in proving that even these things you assume to be the exclusive property of orators, the tools and ornaments of speaking, should actually be obtained from them. And they would demonstrate that Aristotle and Theophrastus have written not only better, but even much more on such topics than all the teachers of rhetoric put together. And I won't even mention the mathematicians, the grammarians, and the music theorists with their fields. That oratorical faculty of yours hasn't even the slightest thing in common. So I don't think, Crassus, you should make so many extravagant claims. The accomplishment you can guarantee is great enough. That in court, the case you're pleading, whatever it is, will appear the stronger and more plausible. That in public meetings, and when declaring your opinion in the Senate, your speech will have the most power to persuade, finally, that you appear to intelligent listeners to speak skillfully, to ignorant ones truthfully as well. If you're able to do any more than these, I'll reckon that you have capability not as an orator, but as Crassus, and that you owe it to your own special faculty, not to that common to all orators. Alright, guys. We're done with this part for today, and we're gonna continue the next one but tomorrow. So thank you for joining in this video. I'm gonna say tomorrow. Bye.